Hey man, thanks for sending the video. Freaking awesome progress. So super pumped to see that. Definitely a good amount of time still to go here, which is exciting. We're going the right direction, and we got some good targets in front of us. So gonna go through kind of the same sort of system that we talked about last time. Sorry. One of the central notes here that I started really noticing is that we're not really heel toeing our downshifts, which is starting to cause us to downshift in incorrect places. And I think it's starting to cause over slowing into corners like the corkscrew and especially down here to turn 2. So let me know if you kind of struggle with some heel toe. And some cars don't need it, but just listening to your RPM drop and then raise back up as you release the clutch and judging where you're downshifting, to me, I think your car probably needs a downshift to really blip if you wanted to downshift any earlier or with higher speed. So I think one of our limiting factors right now is where we downshift and not blipping the throttle. Heel toe is something that I really struggled with. It's hard for me to see exactly what's going on here. We can have a conversation, but it's sort of something we got to really focus on because I think that's going to unlock a massive amount of entry speed for us. And ultimately, when I look at here, turn 2 is like our last downshift should come right now. Before I really turn in, boom, my last downshift should come here. And if I can get that downshift in here, I can really be rolling a lot more speed because that blip of the throttle gets me into that gear at the higher RPM. And I notice here that we don't really get our downshift in until here. But now we're going way too slow. You're trying to do too many things at once by really turning to the corner, but then you're having to grab this gear. The gates typically shift a little bit when the car is shifting. So there's a lot of reasons we don't want to be downshifting really after the turning point. And what's happening is right in here, we're not rolling enough speed. We're too tight to the inside. And now you're trying to get the throttle when you have a crap ton of steering input still in the car. And you can just see, right, like your car trajectory right now is looking here. And I really want to see you looking much closer to the apex point. So we need to be able to roll in more speed through this first apex. Boom, boom, much more speed through here. And I want your car really with speed should be taking you, like if your right side tires are there, with speed, my right side tires should be taking me a good half car width or so wider before I get that car rotated. So I need much more speed here. Car takes me another half car width wider. Then I get the rotation. And now I would have a car that's going to come across and sort of apex there, where we're sort of, and I'm going to exaggerate this a little bit, but we're still looking a little bit more in this direction, which means you're not able to unwind the steering wheel. You're not able to get aggressive back to throttle as much as I'd like. And it's all due to not rolling enough speed and getting wide enough mid corner, right? Boom, get aggressively back to throttle, let the car be free. Turn 3, super solid to me. Nice job, good line, back to throttle here, letting the car get out on exit. Superb job. Turn 4, I really like what we're doing. Nice hands on entry. You're starting to feed the throttle in here. I think turn 4 looks excellent right now. Turn 5, let's take a look here. Let me turn the volume up and take a listen to our downshift. So turn 5, we are downshifting too early here. So we can see we're applying the brakes. Let me back this up just a little bit. Good job on getting down to the bridge. So I can see, boom, we're on the brakes. Your hand's already on the shifter, right? Like before you even attack the brakes, your hand's already on the shifter. You're immediately braking. You're immediately downshifting here. And that's causing us to overslow. It's finding the right point for a downshift. And ultimately, it should be brake, breathe, downshift, turning in. And that's going to, again, help us to roll in more speed through 5. And then, boom, get that same exit out of here. Just need to work on those downshifts to optimize our brake zone because I think there's a large time to gain there. Turn 6, obviously you talked a little bit about, hey, you can't really get super down in there. This is awesome to me. I wouldn't like, this is, I think, right where you should be. I hear the front bottom a little bit. If you can do this every lap, this is perfect, right? This is exactly where I want you. Now, let me turn the volume on and let me pause it where I hear that throttle really come in. I hear aggressive throttle for the first time out over here. So to me in turn 6, I want you to have a little bit less apex speed so that you could be more aggressive to throttle right now. I think right now in turn 6, you're trying to roll a little bit too much speed through the middle part of this corner. And then you can see, where does our minimum speed come in turn 6? Our minimum speed should be right now, right? Because this is an exit speed corner. We're going up a large, long straightaway uphill, right? Exit speed corners, you still can roll in some speed, but you still have your priority. So this is where our minimum speed should come. Notice where it does come. 77 is our minimum. So 77, our minimum speed's way out over here. So our minimum speed comes 2 car lengths after where it should come. So notice it's just a tick slower. Now 3-4 miles an hour slower here. So I'm aggressive to throttle now so that at this point I'm at 85 miles an hour, right? That's how it should work. Just a little bit less through the middle part of turn 6. Corkscrew, all about our downshifts. We're over slowing the first part of this corner because we're not downshifting. Boom, downshift should come now. Where does it come? We don't downshift until we're at the apex point, right? Not what we want to see. I think you can, again, be rolling more speed through here. 2 hands on the steering wheel. You're already in the right gear. Boom, started to feed the throttle in. Obviously, we thought this car was not going to let us by. Nice job passing through here in turn 9. Everything else looks good for me in turn 9. Really, really solid job, actually. All righty, turn 10. We don't have that downshift come, so you look really good turning point, good apex point. Perfect, right? Like your minimum speed here is in the perfect spot. Let me back it up, right? We're coming in 75, 73, boom. Car compresses 72. This is where I want to feed the throttle. And what happens? Boom, 73, 74, 75, 76. That's ideal. Like don't change a thing in turn 10. Picture perfect. All righty, turn 11. Boom. You should be downshifting right now. Notice that downshift comes right before the turning point. Not what we want to see. So I want to make sure we're downshifting, coming in, trying to brake deep, brake, boom, downshift. So it's just finding that right zone for where the downshifts to come. Now let me listen to throttle. Awesome. Really, really solid job on exit. I wouldn't change a thing there. I really, really like that. So really focus on how we're downshifting, getting some heel toe, because that's what's going to unlock the next level of speed for us. Major time gains for us are going to be turn 2, turn 5 brake zone, but really turn 6. Turn 2 and turn 6 are going to be our big focus areas for right now. Let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, man, looking forward to getting down to those 35s.